Welcome back to Hello Nigeria, and today we explore the beauty of Nigeria through the eyes of Dayo Adedayo. He is a photographer, a cultural anthropologist, and an author. He wrote the book Nigeria 2.0 that seeks to highlight the beauty of Nigeria through pictures. In a space of 30 years, this man traveled around 774 local government areas, showing the beauty of our country, Nigeria. Now, it is hoped that his work will be added to the growing canon of contemporary photography in Africa that seeks to challenge perceptions, broaden audiences, change perspectives, and really get people talking. Now, meet Dayo Adedayo.
Photography actually chose me. My elder sister bought me a 110 format camera when I turned 18, and I'm a very shy person. You might find that very hard to believe, but I'm a very shy person, so I love hiding behind the camera. Even though I studied Greek in my early life, general Greek to be precise, but throughout my stay in school, I usually take pictures.
Dayo Adedayo, the British-trained photographer from the Westminster College, has to his credit over 4 million images and counting, capturing the untold beauties of the largest black nation.
We do not have any pictorial books of Nigeria like other countries we have in Europe or North America or the rest of the world. There is hardly any developed society without a pictorial book. Even in Africa, you see that of Kenya because of the tourist industry. And in South Africa, you even have books on Joburg, on Cape Town. But do we have such on Nigeria? The answer is no. Since I studied photography, and I do not see such things, so why not do that? So I'm using photography to project my country because that is the only thing I can do. And the country is really beautiful.
Dayo Adedayo is surely a man on a mission with a seamless passion and drive to change the narrative of Nigeria to the international community, traveling the 774 local government areas.
We need to change our narratives because if you don't advertise your illness, you will never find a cure for it. The world does not actually know Nigeria. When you talk of Nigeria, the first thing that comes to your mind is oil. There is more to Nigeria than oil and gas. Two, you talk of Nigeria, negative things will come to your mind. There are too many good people in this country called Nigeria. So why not show the rest of the world our civilization, our beauty, our culture, everything that is Nigeria, so they can say, oh wow, so is this truly Nigeria? Have you seen the beauty? The answer is no. And that is what I'm showing, because you cannot deny those things are not there. So if they are there, why not just propel that? And that is what I'm working on.
And afforded him the opportunity to experience new things and places that the world can learn about Nigeria.
We need to document our civilization for generations coming behind us. One, there isn't much of that. And for you people working in the media, I think there are lots and lots of opportunities in that direction. The returns might not come today. So for us to document is for generations coming behind us. In another 100 to 300 years, people will be able to see our civilization. I mean, it's just like going back in time. Attack people's emotions, because with pictures, it still is in your face. Unlike videos that have several frames per second, where you cannot capture the moment. So that is what I'm doing. That is the basis of my work, and hopefully the benefits will come after me. I'm sure not during my time. That is when people will appreciate it more.
Passion rather than desire for profit from his works has driven Dayo to experience Nigeria.
It's been a wonderful experience traveling the 774 local governments in Nigeria. I meet different people every day. I see different things every day. Not just that alone, it has broadened my knowledge. Traveling is like reading a book. And the more you travel, the more you see things. If only 50 or thereabout % of the population can travel far and wide within Nigeria, it will break down most of the tension that we're having. You know, it's no good for us to sit in one corner and now say, oh, I'm the best, we are doing this, we are doing that, without even know what is going on the other side. And to me, it's an opportunity, improve our economy, create employment, and the whole lot of insecurity that we're having will go down, because what is causing insecurity are just jobs opportunities.
After traveling across the length and breadth of Nigeria, Dayo Adedayo wants there to be a deliberate government policy to promote and develop the nation's tourism potentials.
To develop our tourism base, we can't do anything outside government. There should be a deliberate government policies towards tourism. And the beauty of tourism is the largest employer of labor. So when you look at the whole value chains of tourism, there should be a deliberate government policy. Say any company in Nigeria having any promo, sending anybody outside the shore of this country. And guess what? It should start from the head of state. There is no reason for the head of state to say, I'm on holiday and I'm going to London. I'm now saying deliberately we should promote what we have. Governors, local government, president should start, because they are the public figures, they are the ones that we see every now and then. Of what use is to the president going to the UK to go and rest? So that means your country is not good enough for you to rest. So why should you then say, I should rest? Of what good is the president closing the borders to ban rice so they cannot import rice, but you open the borders for people to go to hospital abroad and open the borders for people to school abroad? Of what use are schools wearing suit and tie where our weather doesn't suit and tie? Imagine they are wearing adire. Imagine the numbers of tailors that we will engage. Imagine the amounts of money being spent on importation of suit and ties and shirts, because there are not things that are being done in Nigeria. So to me, there is more to oil and gas in Nigeria. All we need to do is to sit down ourselves and say, wow, we need to get this economy going. 200 million people, that is a lot of money. Without deliberate government policies on tourism, nothing is going to work. Nothing is just not going to work, because this country is too beautiful. And that can take millions and millions of people off the street. And guess what? It's not going to cost this. You know? And most importantly is education. Without education, we're just wasting our time, because it's only an educated mind that will be able to travel and spend money. I mean, if you don't have education, how will you even have the money to travel in the first place? So without education, we will be wallowing in poverty.
Dayo says his greatest achievement was having his walk on the wall of the presidential wing of the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja.
Honestly, there is no joy more than me seeing people carrying my work all over this place. And the first time I think I had a recognition of the greatest one, I would say, which was having my work on the walls of the presidential wing of the airport in Abuja. That was in 2005. To put my work on the wall, I was in tears. I was in tears.
And did you know that Dayo Adedayo's works include the Nigerian passport and the 100 naira note?
Then again come the Nigerian passport, the e-passport, and that, to me, was the best thing that has ever happened to me. For every Nigerian traveling around the world today at this present moment, carrying my work, and every time I'm at the airport, seeing people, you know, showing their passport, I just give a wink and smile about it. Then came the centenary, and the CBN approached me. I even have a flag here that was given to me by the CBN. You see, that has got no, there is no serial number on that, so you can't spend the money, you know. So to me, it's It's something that I will take to my grave.
As a photographer, the challenges must be endless, as Dayo tells us that Nigeria is the most difficult place on earth to shoot and has a little advice for the young up-and-coming photographer in Nigeria.
My advice for up-and-coming photographers is, one, at the moment, 99.9% of them are just camera boys because they have not seen the 4 walls of a photography school. You need to go back to school. Whatever degree you might have a PhD in physics, but without having a first degree or a diploma in photography, as far as I'm concerned, you're a camera boy. Because the moment you have education, you'll be able to see things in different perspectives. There is something called perseverance. Just be diligent in whatever you're doing. Life is not about money, and money is even relative. If you are looking for money, you will never find enough of it. But there is nothing that one can enjoy than peace of the mind. If you're happy with yourself, love what you are doing, and just leave the rest. Money is not everything. As long as you can feed yourself, you can clothe yourself, and you can have a roof over your head. Because all these things are subjective.
After 4 million pictures and counting, traveling 774 local government councils, where to Dayo Adedayo is the most beautiful location in Nigeria.
Oh, that's very easy. Very, very easy. The most beautiful place in Nigeria is Mambila Plateau. 122 kilometers driving myself from the bottom to the end of it in Gembu. Spectacular. Unfortunately for me, I went there during the dry season, so I just could not imagine what it would be like going back in the rainy season. It's one of my dream places to visit, to explore more, and actually to make something on just that plateau. It's the most beautiful place in Nigeria.
To enjoy more of these our Ogbonge videos when you just watch, press this button to subscribe on top of our YouTube page. You go love am.